Hello again, my fellow RC fanatics. Every now and then, like right now, on RC Nation Buy, Sell, and Trade, there is a Thunder Tiger Ducati. It's the FM1 Nitro version of the motorcycle that I have. Vehicles like that, they're rare in America, but not so much in Europe. So every now and then you will come across one. But there are certain vehicles that were made right when lithium polymer batteries were coming onto the scene. Brushless systems, things like that. A similar version of this was made, but it was electric. And I'm saying this because I have a box right here that I'm going to open, and it's already been open, but this one has only been broken in. I haven't even ran it yet because it's not going to get ran. It's what some would call a unicorn. Only 5,000 to 10,000 of these were made for the entire world. Usually with Traxxas, you're looking at mass production above 100,000 vehicles. Like the X-Max, T-Max, Revo, over 100,000 made. So when you come across these certain ones, you hope honestly that your friends have them. People that you've done business with before, excuse me. So hopefully you can get your hands on it. Like, say you had to wait for payday to get it. I got this for a steal of a price, especially for the condition it's in. It's just, it's incredible. The box is a little banged up, but it's been sitting in a box for the better part of almost a decade. But I'll just say this. Its closest competitor is the Wheelie King. There's only one video other than the HPI video on YouTube that has to do with this vehicle, and it is the HPI Nitro Monster King. Very few of these were made because around the time these were being produced, lipos, it was easier to, lithium polymer batteries were the new rage, and basically it was easier to put an electric motor in an ESC and put a small battery in it and run it. It's about the, I'll slowly unbox it. I mean, it still has everything. The only thing I don't have is the manual, which I really don't need a manual. It would help for the price, especially for it being a collectible. But it is 27 megahertz AM. So that's one thing that I'll definitely be trading that out for a, I have a Spectrum receiver that's going to go in it. It is not pull start. This may look somewhat familiar, but it's not what you think. This is the very early version of HPI's Roto Start. It's called Nitro Start. Basically, it uses a hex shaft and instead of spinning counterclockwise, it actually spins clockwise. And you can hear it's a very early rudimentary version. I'll probably put a pull start on it. I don't know. I'm not going to run it a lot. But this is what came before the Roto Start. So this is going to stay in the box. These parts are going to stay in the box. And now the main, I love this little thing. It's about the size of an SCX-10, but since it is a monster truck, the scale is actually 1/12. It's a Wheelie King essentially, but not. This is the very rare For certain people, very highly sought after. HPI Nitro Monster King. Now, it may look very similar. It has mud thrashers up front. The really weird thing about the, up in the rear, excuse me. The really weird thing about the front tires is they are half plastic, half rubber. They did that so it wouldn't grab. The outside wouldn't grab. Honestly, I'm going to try to get another set of mud thrashers and put them up front, or I may just get some SMT10, SMT10 wheels and put on it. I don't know yet. But the body has no scratches on it, no scuffs, no cracks. The guy broke it in, ran it twice, that's it. And it has been sitting in a box ever since. I'm going to take the body off now. But this will be going in my collection where I keep my very collectibles. This one is up there in collectivity because I have some that are very collectible, like my Kyosho MP 7.5 Kanai Edition 3, but a lot of those were made. My Tamiya 801 XT, collectible because you can't get it anymore. Decent kit. When they were phasing it out, you can get them for $100. It's a truggy. Mine has the OS 30 in it, but again, at the time it was made, a lot were made. The ones in my bedroom, like the Schumacher Menace GTR, the Tamiya F201, just so, the Megatech, Dark Thunder Top Fuel Dragster, my HPI RS4 Evo, the RS4 Sport 3s, the Drift and the Flux. Those are the ones that are rare. Even when they were made, low volumes, low numbers were made. That's what makes a car rare. Not the fact that it's old or anything. It's just the fact that not many were ever made. So, just finding one is a big deal. But finding one in this condition is insanity. And like I said, it is FM. So you got that really long antenna. And it is nitro. I'll spin this around. It has a oversized cooling head because you can technically crawl with this. I will be swapping out a lot of the links for metal. I want to make it longer. I want to make it the length of the Crawler King chassis. Maybe. I don't know. Because when you get to something this rare and just so clean, no scratches at all on the chassis, all the parts there, barely ran at all. It's been ran, it was broken and then ran twice. The compression on it is like it is brand new. I mean, I can barely turn it over. But it's not, the pinch is gone. And the pinch being the actual friction touch between the sleeve and the piston. But the compression is absolutely insane. It's the T15 Nitro Star motor, and it actually sits on its side. I've already thought about maybe putting the 18 in it, T3.0, but that's going to start taking away the value. The wheelie bar, there's no scratches on it. It's in immaculate condition. I mean, the chassis, there's no scratches. Oh, okay, there's a few on this link back here. But other than that, it is in immaculate condition. It is in mint condition regarding an RC chassis. Wheels and tires can be replaced, stuff like that. That's no big deal. It's the chassis itself. And the funny thing about this one compared to others is Usually with a nitro motor, you plug the exhaust pipe and that'll stop it. With this, it actually has a little plastic piece right here that pushes up against the flywheel, and that stops the nitro motor. Because we all know these run off glow plugs and compression, not spark. Solid axles, front and rear. It's just, and I paid a ridiculously small sum of money for this when my RS4 Nitro Evo Plus on Amazon, new in box, is going for $1,500 on Amazon, and people are paying that much. This you can't even find. There's one on Amazon, on eBay right now, new in box, and I think it's going for $500. I paid half of that. This is from 2009, and I mean, there's not much to say other than it's in immaculate condition. I wish I could talk more about it without being sort of in awe, sort of awestruck. But just being able to get my hands on it. I want to get that bike. It's $250 also, but I already have one of those. So I had to say to myself last night, I got paid today, so do I want a second Thunder Tiger FM1, which is a Thunder Tiger Nitro motorcycle, or do I want something that very, very, very few people in the world even own? There's only 2 videos on YouTube covering it. I'll eventually do a running video, but I'm in no hurry to do it. Just honestly, this is a special vehicle to me. My fiance helped get it for me, so it's not only that, but it's also, I can't stop getting her on this. The rarity of it. It was not made for long at all. The exhaust is a little odd. It uses sort of a Nitro RS42 or Super Nitro RS4 exhaust, which is a little metal box on the back of the engine. So not a very good exhaust, not tuned at all. I'm pretty sure this has about 150 milliliter or 150 cc cubic centimeter tank, because it's larger than a JATO, and a JATO tank is about 100, and this is about half again as big as that. It's got a little primer button right here. The carburetor is the same carb that's used on the G and T 3.0s. But the awesome thing is how it started. I mean, you can put a pull start on it, but this cage right here would get in the way, and this covers the engine. So what you do is you take this right here and you run it from the back into its little home and turn it over like that. I shouldn't be turning it over dry, but I figured I would do that. But that was the early version of the Roto Start. I have one right up there. The Roto Start, if you actually look at it, it spins. Well, this one spins. If you look at it, if you look directly at it, this spins counterclockwise, so it can put out a clockwise spin to the motor. The Roto Start is a geared setup, so it's actually the opposite of that. And I'll also be able to use this on my bike because it uses the same hex shape, which basically is just a really long Allen screwdriver with that ball tip. So you can go at it from a Allen screw from a really weird angle. That's essentially all this is, but made to start a RC vehicle. And it comes with a nickel metal hydride battery, of course. This one's running the Traxxas. I have plenty of nickel metal hydride batteries because I used to run the Easy Starts. Don't run those anymore. Like right here, I have an Easy Start that still has a battery, even though I haven't used an Easy Start in at least 3 months. I turned everything over to Pull Start. But this, I'm probably going to leave exactly the way it is. This is just a vehicle that you do not see ever. I mean, if you even see it, you don't see it often. Because usually you see the Wheelie King, the electric version. This is the Nitro version of the Wheelie King. I don't know when they changed it from Monster. It's basically a Nitro Wheelie King, but it's called the Nitro Monster King. It's a 1/12 scale monster truck, but if you put it next to a SCX-10, which the person I bought it from had an SCX-10, the wheelbase is the same length. I think it's a 13.8 inch wheelbase. But seeing that it's built off it's based off a monster truck, it's 1/12 scale. I honestly don't know if I'm going to change the radio system. I mean, there's a lot of questions. Do I want to do this? Do I want to do that? And it's hot in here. It's finally gotten cool enough that I'll be able to start doing speed runs and stuff again. It's regular temp outside now is about 75 degrees, the high. At night it's getting down to 40. But I will do a running video, but it will be a very short one. It will be one of the very few times I will run this vehicle. One thing I say to my fiance a lot is, this is essentially a nitro crawler. I mean, look at that flex. You could crawl with this, and the cooling hit is big enough, so you can crawl with this. It would be better for trail running, stuff like that, and not crawling so much. There's no foams in the tires. I may get some super swampers to put on there so I can save these tires. Just something, I don't know what yet. I don't even know what size the hexes are. They're probably 12, yeah, they're 12 millimeter hexes. I mean, it's a 1/12 scale, so. But, I mean, it's just the condition that it's in. It's like it's been taken out of the box, exactly what it was. Taken out of the box, broke in for the 5 tank with HPI. I think it's 3 tanks with it up off the ground and just idling, and then 2 tanks, no more than half throttle, and then go have fun. That's not the way I break mine in. I usually do about 10 tanks, and I'm not going to get into that. I did a separate video on breaking in a nitro, but it's been ran twice in 8 years. This came out in 2009. The only year it was ever produced. So, yeah, this is gonna go down as probably one of my favorites. I love my Kyosho Mad Force. That's this one right here. They have some things that are similar, like the steering setup. It's not as goofy as the Mad Force, but it's goofy. I'm just gonna grab it. And here's the Mad Force. But you can see the size difference. The Mad Force is 1/8 scale, but it's a solid. I'll just put this on top of it. That shows the scales, 1/8 versus 1/12. Both monster trucks. And I got the I got the Mad Force for a steel. I think I paid 300 or 350 for. I got the Mad Force, a Arm of Fury, plus a Red Cat Blackout XTE Pro that I traded for a Fortec. But it's these little things that are so damn cool because they're so damn rare. And it even has holes in it. Like right here, there's a hole. There's a hole right here for the glow plug. A hole right here for the high speed needle. A hole back here for the low speed needle. So you don't have to take the body off. With nitros nowadays, you either got to make the holes yourself and hope you get them lined up right, or take the body off. With this, I mean, even the fuel. You grab this little thing right here, and you put fuel in. And so they even added an extra little lever, whatever you want to call it, so you can get to the fuel tank and add more fuel. And of course, I'll be using nothing but the best Bones Brew. I haven't even started it yet. I'm not gonna start it. There's no reason to put fuel in it right now. I'm not gonna start it until I get ready to actually run it. But that is a HPI, the very rare, a lot of people ask about it on the RC groups, the forums. Has anybody ever seen one? Does anybody own one? Has anybody ever seen one up front? Are there any videos on YouTube? That's the kind of stuff I was seeing when I was searching it, and I had already gotten pictures of it, and I was like, holy crap, this thing is in amazing condition. So, if anybody wants to see some actual video of it, running video, oh yeah. And you can also set this thing up for just with adding an extra link to the rear and just the steering, the little L for the steering. You can make this four-wheel steering as well. So that's pretty awesome in itself as well. It's just, this is an awesome car, this is an awesome truck, awesome RC. And I've really been getting into the micros. This isn't a micro. This would be more of a mini, especially being 1/12 scale. Mini, about 1/16, 1/18, but 1/12, that's smaller than 1/10. So, yeah, it's getting down there in sizes. But I thank you for watching. Sorry if I sound like an idiot in some ways. It's just, I'm very excited with this one, not only for what it is, I mean, it's a very rare one, but also the way I obtained it, who helped me obtain it. And along with this, I wasn't able to have the other one, a D9 Bulldog kit. That's for Christmas. That was ordered. I ordered some more stuff for my micros, such as some 17-tooth pinions. Because right now, all I have is 13 tooth and I want to go faster. So, that's it. HPI Racing Nitro Monster King. Got any questions? Like usual, hit me up in the comments below. Give me a thumbs up. And those that give the thumbs down, you know who you are. No offense. Have a good one.